Good morning. Good morning. How are you? My name is Samantha, and I'm here for our daily epic interview. Today is Thursday, June 4th, and I am so grateful to be here supporting the mission and the vision of Epic. Epic is empowering people, inspiring community, and one of the platforms, and that's just one, that Epic presents is digital and print publication. So bi-monthly, we distribute a beautiful conscious living magazine that is educational and inspirational and also a resource. It serves as a resource to our community, individuals, families, and our viewers, putting them in connection with business owners, heart centered wellness practitioners, and resources throughout Connecticut. So, welcome, welcome, welcome to Epic Interviews. Again, my name is Samantha, and this would not be possible without my beautiful co creator and co publisher, Lisa. Lisa is in Cheshire right now, working our Facebook feed. So, please let Lisa know that you see me, you hear me, because that's the only way I know, and let her know on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you today? On a scale of 1 to 10, let Lisa know, because it is always our mission to have you closer to that 10 or at a 10 when this epic interview concludes. Because today, in a moment, I'm going to be bringing to you a beautiful woman. Her name is Teresa Hnat, and she is going to share with you her gifts and her vision, which is very, very closely in alignment with Epic. I've just connected with Teresa, and immediately what came to me is a sense of strong professionalism, determination, but a softness that really is able to be displayed not only through her conversations, but through her work. If you get a chance, Lisa's going to be posting her website on the feed. Please go in to her website and check out the beautiful work that she brings to our community. So, without any further ado, as always, please, while I bring Teresa forward, do give her some epic love and some epic light. Yay! There's our yay. See the angels. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we're going to continue the conversation that we started.
Me too.
So welcome, welcome, welcome. And can you tell us, Teresa, and tell our viewers and those who will watch the YouTube link later a little bit about yourself and who you are and what you bring to our community?
So I feel like first and foremost, I am an artist. I grew up in a family of artists. My dad's side of the family is very artistic. I have aunts and uncles that paint. And then my mom's side of the family, they're all musical people. So they play piano, guitar, they compose music. So I definitely think art is in my blood for sure. And when I was about, I think in the third or fourth grade, my brother bought me a little camera that I just absolutely fell in love with. And that's where it kind of all began, my journey into photography. And then I'd say when I was about in middle school, like sixth or seventh grade, my dad had one of those gigantic, like on your shoulder VHS tape video cameras. Yep. So I would use that all the time to make the most ridiculous, silly movies with my friends. And that began my love of videography and especially storytelling, because both of those mediums, I think the overall goal is to tell stories. And I feel like more than anything, stories are what build us. They're what connect us as human beings, like from the beginning of time with the cave paintings, like they're all about telling stories. So that's a huge passion of mine.
Yeah, absolutely. And the stories that we tell, the stories that we share, and the stories that we learn from are part of what creates our legacy, what creates our footprint and really determines that dash, from our birth to our exit. That dash is a story. And so bless you for creating a platform that captures that, which is a beautiful gift to give anybody, whether you're a business owner, a family, what have you. Um, so, as a photographer, and can you tell us a little bit if, because I know that you work with branding and businesses and creating an exclusive, I don't want to say footprint, but an exclusive story for their brand, for their business. Can you tell me a little bit of what that aspect of your business looks like?
Sure. So my specialty is branding, photography, and branding videos. And my goal really is to help business owners stand out and shine and show the world who they are and how amazing they are. I think as business owners, because I find I fall into this all the time, we tend to doubt ourselves and we doubt our skills and we doubt what we're bringing to the world. And I really want to help people come out of that and see how amazing that they are. And one of my goals is to also do that in kind of a unique, out of the box kind of way. Like I don't like to do just the typical like headshot and shot of person working on computer, because we all know you work on the computer. That's not exciting. I want to create images that truly represent who each individual business owner is or who each person truly is at heart. Because I feel like those visuals, they help us connect more deeply with other people.
Right, right. You're actually allowing the business owner and the wellness, the person to be seen as their authentic self. Now, I've seen some photos of your work. You know, I've seen pictures, and if I'm not mistaken, was it Daria? Was it Daria?
Yeah.
You did. Daria was a guest the other day, and if you get a chance, take a look at Daria's profile pictures that Teresa did. It is just absolutely gorgeous. She looked like an angel, and with the flowers. So you took her and created, really encompassed her entire business, her gift. You can see it in that picture. And what a gift to give a business owner and a woman in business, man, whatever it is. I know through storytelling, that's what Epic is about. Same thing, and that's how I knew that our mission and our vision is so close, so close. Because Epic is about storytelling through pictures and educational articles. So welcome home, sister. Welcome home.
I know, right? We're like soul sisters here.
Yeah. I'm so excited. We have to talk about art because all of our art is the cover art. It's all local.
I love
yeah, there's a lot of things that we can collaborate and build on. And so if they can contact our viewers and people interested in getting those branding photos done and videos done, they would just contact you using the information you provided.
Yes.
Okay, Lisa's sharing that. So please, everybody, if you are looking for someone to help you with professional photos, professional videos, reach out to Teresa. Let her know that Epic sent you. And I know you will not be disappointed. Go onto her website and check out her beautiful work. You had mentioned in our conversation or in the document, in the questions here that I have about the listening to your dad's remarkable stories. Can you just tell us a quick funny about your dad? I have to ask you this. I have to. This is my impromptu question. A little early, people, but you've mentioned your family several times. I know they're very dear to you. Can you just describe your dad a little bit for us?
Oh man, he's such a spitfire. So he grew up in Connecticut. He grew up in Niantic, right on the Niantic River. And his stories, they're so typical, like 1950s, Dennis the Menace, like getting into trouble all the time kind of stories. So listening to them, I was like, I need to document these and just the family history in general. Like one of his stories was that his mom gave him some money to go buy bread one day, and he ended up buying a whole box of like powdered donuts. And then he hid under the porch and ate all the donuts. And when his mom asked, like, where's the bread? Like he had stuff all over his face, and he was like trying to hide it, but that's just like him in a nutshell, like always getting into trouble. And then my aunt actually one Thanksgiving told us a story about how my grandparents met, which was my grandfather was stationed in England during World War II, and one day he's out with his friend and a woman rides by them on a bicycle, and he turns to his friend and says, "I'm going to marry that woman one day." And of course, that was my grandmother. So hearing that story, it still gives me goosebumps. Hearing that story, I was like, I would hate to have that be lost to time and passage. So that's why I started doing Living Legacy, which is another thing I offer in my business, and love stories. They're just ways to preserve your family memories, your family history through the use of photos and videos, to create a legacy to pass on.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So I hope, I know as a grandmother, as a Gigi, that preserving those memories and creating that legacy for my grandchildren is so important. So if there is anybody who wants something, legacy documented, they're going to reach out to you, correct?
Definitely. I'm so passionate about that too, because I feel like it is so important.
I could feel that. And that's why we went there. As we navigate out of the COVID situation and we get ready to open up our world, I cannot wait. I can feel the doors opening. I can feel the hearts opening. But I do want to just touch, how do you take care of you? I think that's so important, how that we share what works for you. You had mentioned your 3 C's.
3 C's.
3 C's.
Yeah, it's funny. That kind of like came to me. I didn't realize like that's what I had been doing. But my 3 C's are communication or connection, creativity, and care or self-care. So for the connection, I know Zoom has been a huge tool right now, and just connecting with people that we can't see. My cousin actually started doing a weekly Zoom call with my mom's side of the family. So every Tuesday at noon, we jump on Zoom together. And it's been awesome because some of my relatives, they actually still live in Holland. So I never see them, and my cousins are there. So we all get on Zoom and we get to talk and see each other. And it's just, if this hadn't happened, we would have never started that. So that's been huge.
Yep.
And then creativity is obviously a big part of who I am. I know some people like to meditate. I have never been good at meditation, but I find creativity is my form of meditation. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I started was these Fine Art Fridays, where every week I make a new creative image and I film the process and put it on Facebook so people can see what goes into making them. And it started as just kind of like something to do, but it became such a big part of my life now, because I look forward to it every week. I look forward to that time I get to spend just stepping away from the world for a little bit and being in my own creative space. It's very, very powerful. And I think any kind of form of creativity helps that, whether you're doing adult coloring books or drawing or doodling or whatever, it's so powerful.
I find creativity is an important aspect of my self-care also.
Yes.
So your third, actually, no, we did connection. Okay, care, self-care. I think that you explain that through your creativity. But what is one other thing that you do for your self-care? Affirmations. Can you share a little bit about what your self-care, your
Sure. I do. I started getting into working out again. I do feel like moving your body is very important. I actually joined, Jen Labonte has Lift for Women, which is a gym in Watertown, and she started a 5-week reboot your quarantine routine. And I started doing that, and I forgot how much she makes me sweat with her workouts. But it really is very cathartic to do it and just be like, oh, I let all of that stress and tension go. And then I started doing affirmations again. I actually bought this really pretty card deck that has every day I pull a new affirmation and read it and try to keep that in mind as I go throughout my day.
Beautiful. I know Jen actually was in our May-June issue of E.P.I.C as a Hearts of Fire, where we asked local heart-centered businesses to sponsor a page giving thanks to our essential workers. So Jen was part of that, and I cannot wait to connect with her. I understand she's moving right now, but we'll be bringing Lyft in a different location. So I'm hoping to have Jen on here because I do know that she's a kick butt.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing all that. I know as we begin to open our doors and open our hearts, where do you foresee yourself and your business going? What are some dreams and aspirations that you have um, as a business owner, as a woman, as a community member?
I mean, I'm so many. I'm literally filling a journal with just every idea that pops into my head. I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. I know I'm kind of going through a rebrand right now. I really want to start really focusing my messaging and really giving my clients just a very personalized experience. I mean, I already do consultations with them and we plan their shoots out together, but I think I want to take it almost one step further and start doing like vision boards with them, maybe journaling. I think there's a lot of fear and anxiety that people have in not only investing in photography or videography for their business, whether they think they're just not worthy of it, and just stepping in front of the camera. I mean, that is a scary place to be. So I think it'd be nice to give them that confidence or help them build that confidence in themselves and in their business. I know one of the ideas I came up with recently was I want to make an oracle card set and feature all of the most like the amazing inspirational women I've met over the past year, because there are so many of them. And I thought, oh, what a great idea to make an oracle card set and feature each lady on a card. So that's one of my like big goals. I definitely want to do that.
I love that idea. I love oracle cards, and when you mentioned that idea, I said I have to bring it up in the interview because it's such a beautiful vision and how inspirational and empowering that is to women in business and business owners as a whole. So amazing, amazing woman, Teresa. Thank you. Um, let's see. As we begin to wind down a little bit, um, I know that community is very important to you because we talked earlier. And I know that through the gift of photography, you helped to change the lives of a couple young girls last week. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So one of the things I've been thinking about recently is just all the seniors and the teens that kind of missed out on those big moments in life, like their graduations and especially their proms. And I know as adults, it's kind of like, it's just prom, what's the big deal? But when you're a teen, like these are kinds of rites of passage, and they didn't get to experience that, which it breaks my heart. So one of the things I wanted to start doing was offering just little mini sessions for girls who may have bought a prom dress but didn't get to go to prom this year. So last weekend, I had a friend of mine, her daughter and her friends were getting together in a local park, and they were going to get all dressed up and just take pictures. And she asked, would you be interested in coming out and photographing them? And I said, oh, yes, I would love to do that. So I was out there in a flash taking pictures of them, and it was just so awesome. I mean, I know with COVID and everything, like I've been so inwardly focused that I've begun to feel unbalanced, and I felt like I need to stop thinking about myself and start thinking about other people. And I want to do something to help other people.
Wow. So bless you for doing that. I mean, I got the angel bumps when you were talking about that. And as we begin to wrap up, I want to thank you for all that you do, from helping people brand their business with professional photography shots, videos, to preserving that family unit through your legacy work and documenting the lives and loves of families and people. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. And how you are taking that and rebranding yourself and bringing it forward in a more community oriented way, just by I mean, even thinking about an oracle card deck of inspirational local women. I mean, Oh yeah, you need to keep Epic up to date with that. And like I said, you're not going anywhere. You're home now. So as we wind it all down, thank you again. Please, everybody, share Teresa's information. Share her light. She's a beautiful, powerful, loving, um, light bringer, bringer of light, bringer of memories. It's just, it's. I'm honored to have you here.
Thank you.
So
Thank you so much.
thank you. And as always, to our beautiful community, whether you're watching now or you're watching later, remember that we got you. Epic has you right here in our hearts. And as always, we want you to stay healthy. We want you to stay happy. We want you to stay exactly as you are and that you need to be. And stay tuned because we always have something coming. And peace out, Epic Scouts. Bye.